Okay, guys. So today's topic is HA. How we are going to configure HA? HA means I believe everyone knows that high is okay. The HA means if this is just kind of one kind of redundancy. If the one firewall is down, then the data will be data will traveling continue by the secondary firewall. Okay, clear? So said I will show you something before that. High availability. So high availability, what is the availability and what kind of facility this is providing to us? So high availability is the this document what it will be provide. HNU future. Before that, what is that? Hmm. So solving the problem, description the high availability problem and introduction the 40 OAS solution dis described in the document FGCP Fortigate cluster, and a standalone session synchronization that we are going to be cover on this. Okay. So what is the new high availability feature added 40 in this version? Okay. The Fortigate restoring a configuration is not synchronized. See, picking up and restoring the configuration of the FGSP deployment on that. This is not useful. Okay, HA cluster uptime on the HA status dashboard wide. The HA status dashboard wise now display now long no long the cluster has been operating uptime and the time since that the failover occurred. You can over the state change time to see the event means in every version, like we are talking about, this is 6 point something. Okay, so in every version there is a different kind of concept. Okay, every version they are upgrading their self. Okay, so we cannot go with this. I can better to go with otherwise. Let me complete the session first, then only you guys can understand that about that what is that mentioned in their cookbook. Okay, so R1, R2, internet. Okay, we have a two firewall. Okay, this is their heartbeat interface for number 4 and 5. This is the port 1, port 2, and port 3 will be as a monitoring port. Will do it. Okay, so R1, R2, primary, and secondary and internet. Okay, so first we'll configure these three, then we'll go with the firewall. Okay, enable configuration terminal, no IP domain lookup, interface fastnet 0 by 0, and IP address 192.168.101.100 255.255.255.0 and no shutdown. And the same time IP route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0 default route towards firewall 192.168 192.168.101.1. Okay, in the same R2 and this R2 then internet internet enable configuration terminal, no IP domain lookup, no IP domain lookup, and interface fastnet 0 by 0 IP address 192.168.102.100 255.255.255.0 and no set no set and exit IP route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0 192.168.102.1. Okay, is a gateway. Correct. 102.1. This one, port number 2. Later, internet enable. Here I forgot to mention one more IP 101.1. Okay, so we'll configure this internet. Configuration terminal, no IP domain lookup, no IP domain lookup. Interface fastnet 0 by 0. IP address 191.101.1.1, 255.255.255.255.0, and no set. No set. The same way, IP route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0.0 101.1.1.100 .1.100. Okay, then and config interface loopback 102.1.1.1 102.1.1.1 255.255.255.0 and interface loopback 1 IP address 102.1.1.1 255.255.255.0. Okay, and IP route configuration terminal IP route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0 192 101.1.1.100. Okay, then so these are the configuration has been done. Now we will go to the firewall. So first primary the firewall is this is the our primary firewall, this is our secondary firewall. Okay, we will configure like that. We'll make this as a primary, we'll make it a secondary. Okay, admin admin admin. So system interface. Okay, so there is no interface. Okay, so config system interface edit port 1 set mode static. What is the set port number 1 IP? Port 1 IP is a 192.168.101.1. Set IP set IP 192.168.101.1/24 and set allow access ping. Next, edit port number 2. What is the port number 2 IP? 192.168.102.1. Set IP 192.168.102.1. Okay, S24. What is the port number 3? 101.1.100. Next, edit port number 3. Set IP 101.1.1.100/24. Next, edit port number 6. Port number 6 is our internet. So in the port number 6, allow access, set allow access, HTTPS, HTTP, and ping. Okay, next and the what set mode and DSCP will keep as a DSCP. In the same way, we have this one also. So remember, said we need to configure IP into this one only, HA only, right? We don't need to configure HA onto this in the second, backup firewalls. Okay, whatever I'm going to configure here, okay, it will automatically sync with this firewall, the secondary one. Got it? Yes, it will automatically sync. If this is down, the same interface IP will be with this firewall. Once the interface or this firewall is down, the packet will start rotating from secondary firewall to the internet automatically. Okay, so that is the reason I am not going to assign any IP onto this. Okay, that is the magic of HA in the Fortigate. We'll do. First we'll do active passive, then second we'll do active active. Okay, there is a two way, right? Okay, so where I was primary, that is done, right? Now show system interface. So system interface to verify this one, the Fortigate one. Port number 6, we have IP 192.168.75.40. 192.168.75.140, I guess, right? 140. So admin. So we get that GUI for firewall 1 primary. I'm just changing this name of the primary. Okay, primary. Save. The same way, we just need to do very simple thing onto uh this firewall. Okay, and this firewall we just need to allow IP onto for this one only as because it is in static mode. I just need to do as a DSCP mode. Later no need to do anything on this. We just need to allow ping on this. Okay, on other interface. Otherwise that is also not required. It will also come. Okay, so config system interface here in the second admin 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 config system interface edit port number 123456 set mode, DSCP, set allow access, set allow access https ping http. Okay, then in no need to do anything on this. Okay, port number 123 nothing. Config system interface, so system interface. Okay, now I received the IP 141, so this is our secondary 192.141. Admin, don't save. Okay, later. Okay, so now this is our secondary. Okay, I'm keeping as a secondary to this. Now remember, I'm not go we are already assigned IP onto this one only, right? Net primary one. In the port 1, 192.168.101, port 2, 192.168.102, port 3, 101.1.100, and the port 6, it is static or dynamic. Let me check. We just to do as a manual here. In the same way here, this side I no need to do anything. Okay, in the interface also, I don't need to assign anything. I just need to make it as a manual. Okay. Okay, so nothing more than that. So now we need to configure what interface we already done here. Now static routes only I need to do because whenever the packet is coming from here or here, it should go to the internet. Okay, so I just need to do static route in this firewall only. I don't need to do static route on this firewall. Okay. Every configuration whatever I have configuring here, it will automatically reflect by this heartbeat interface in the cluster. Whenever the interface routers sorry firewalls are connected to each other, that by using that port, that is called as a heartbeat. Okay, so static route network, which one, 101.1.1.1.1, 101.1.1.1. Okay, so that is done. Now we don't need to do anything more than that, and we just need to do um, what, HA. So under the setting we have an option HA. Under the HA there is an standalone or active passive. First we'll do the active passive. Okay, here there is a device priority that I'm making as a 130. By default it is taking a 1. Okay, and group name I don't need to do Fortinet as a group name I'm keeping. Okay, okay, I'm using this as a Fortinet. Monitor interface means port number 1, 2, and 3. Heartbeat interface is our port number 4 and port number 5. Okay. Priority priority will be same for both the heartbeat interface, like 256. So I'm making as a 200 to both the interface. I'm keeping as a same priority. Okay. The heartbeat interface. Then clear. Why? Monitoring 1, 2 and 3, this interface. And whenever any interface is getting down, this primary will become a, secondary, and this one will become a primary instantly. The user will not even the user will not feel any kind of any kind of packet drop. Okay, so if you see here, this is the heart symbol. Okay, in this 4 and 5 is a heart symbol, and this 3 is in a monitoring. Okay, able to see that? Is it visible? 4 and 5 for the heartbeat, 3 is a visible. Okay, so I need to allow a policy because at least they can ping each other, right? So there is no policy, and by default the policy is our implicitly deny. So whenever you need to create a policy, just all to all. Before that, what I need to do, go to the setting and create a feature visibility and multi interface, right? Where it is multi here, multi interface policy, apply. Now go to the policy, firewall policy. Under the firewall policy, create new, all to all, all to all. So whenever packet is coming from port number 1, port number 2, or port number 3. Okay, port number 1, sorry, port number 1, port number 2, and port number 3. 1, 2 and 3. Where it will go? Via port number 3 only it will go, right? So source will be all, destination will be all. Okay, services and everything will be all. I'm just keeping as a all. Okay, so based on that it will allow this policy. Got it? Now let me try to ping from here to there, from R1 to enable ping 192.168.102.1, 192.168.102.1, right? Port number 2, port number 1, port number 3. They can ping each other. Port number 1, port number 2, port number 3. Here also I can do port number 2 and port number 1. Okay, that's fine. Just let me check what is wrong. 102.1, if it is not reachable, then we can ping 101.1.100. 192.168.102.1.101.1.100. I'm missing anything? Okay, network already done, right? Ping and everything is allowed? Not allowed. Here nothing is allowed, right? So we need to allow this ping. Here also we need to allow this ping. In this 4 and 5 also we need to allow everything, because these are our important 4 and 5. Okay, now we can try to ping. Yeah, reachability is there, right? 102, 101, everywhere we can reach. 102.100, 102.1.1.100. There is no IP, such a kind of IP we don't have. So ping 192.168.102.100. Everything reachability is there. Even we can reach 101.1.101. Okay, 102.1.1.1. Everywhere we can reach, right? Reachability is fine. Now Remember, focus on this. We don't need to do anything on this firewall, okay? Except we are not going to configure even the static route, even the interface IP. We are not going to do anything, okay? Clear? We just need to do, even also I don't need to create a policy here, okay? I just need to allow the HA standalone active passive 128 is there was what was there 130, right? Here I'm just keeping as a 128. Group name is a Fortinate. The password, did I mention the password? System HA. What is the password? Change the password. Here I need to change Fortinate. Okay, this side is a Fortinate copy. This side also I'm changing is a Fortinate only, the password only. Okay, monitor interface port number 1, 2, 3, and port heartbeat interface port number 4 and port number 5, and the priority will be a same like 100, so or 100 or 255, whatever that you want to give. You just need to 200. I'm keeping here 200. I'm keeping here. What is there? 200, and I don't need to do this. 200 only. 200 only. Okay. For the side same. As of now, this is only our active one, priority one. Once this is done, we will lose that excess of this secondary one. Okay, that is the default behavior of this FortiGate firewall and any firewall. If you can't get that access of your secondary firewall. Okay, not sync as of now. It will take some time. Just a minute. We got that console of both the firewall here. It will take time. Here we will lose that. It will take some time. Meanwhile, in dashboard, 40 view source. There is no source now. Beta. It will take time to sync. Got some message here. This is out of sync. It will take around 2 to 3 minutes to sync. Why this is our primary and why this is our secondary side? Anyone? Why that our first firewall is a primary and why that second one is a secondary? Correct? Because of the priority only. You correct. Guys, it is taking time. You just have a patience. Okay. There is a many more things that you have to understand on this, HA concept. It's very useful. Look, we're not synchronized, not synchronized. V40 details, system HA. Fortigate secondary. Both will must be green. Okay, just a minute. Okay, meanwhile, guys, I'm sending our YouTube link. Okay, you guys will get every day new video, new chapter, new concept. Not only about the FortiGate, you'll get many more things like Sophos, Palo Alto. Okay, many more things you guys get a chance to learn. Okay, so if you guys are fine, I'm sending you guys as a link so where you can go and just subscribe to get the update every day. Please check your message box. Check your message box and go there. Okay, from here only we can edit this one also. FortiGate 128 priority secondary. Yeah, meanwhile, said I'm just going to explain why we are using this and many more things that I need to choose it. Okay, so what is it? Wait a minute. FortiGate setup. Active, passive. Now we're using active passive, right? So whenever we are having any firewall, okay, what is this? 192.168. These are the HA. Look here also port number two. This also port number two. This is port number one. So this firewall also having a port number two. This is using a port number four. So this is also using a port number four. Means interface type, model, and firmware version. Okay, and the cable type. Okay, and data type. Everything must be in the same way. Whatever configuration in the HA that primary, it should be the same with that. Our hardware and the interface type will be the same with our secondary one only. Then only it is possible to make it as to create HA, even the active or even the active passive. Okay. So like this, we will do that. Okay. When one interface and lane. Okay. And this kind of configuration we have that I will share this, everything after the class. Okay, network, everything we need to do. Policy lane to port when. Okay, net, everything we can do, like heartbeat for this 3 and 4, monitor for interface, and other is not there, device priority, HAG group name, like that to edit. Okay, so there is no much more things, you just need to learn this, and you'll get to understand what are the things is required to create an HA. Okay, you guys knows about the ether channel and everything, right? So in ether channel also we require the same kind of interface and the port type, many more things required as a same thing, right? So this is our firewall. It is generally taking a 5 minute, so we are just taking a break. Okay, yeah, now it is up. So said, you able to see, right? Yeah, for better experience, we just need to enable HTTPS and telnet services on this both the other devices. So what it will be helpful for you? Just a minute, real config txt. I'm having an IPsec. So here we can do an HTTP services we can enable, right? Telnet HTTP HTTPS. Not in this, so it should be in the routing and static. Yeah, IP, HTTP at least, or telnet enable config. Yeah, this all the things I'm just going to allow onto this. Okay, in every routers. So at least we can do the telnet and other things. Enable configuration terminal. I'm just keeping as a here. Okay, what was there? Enable configuration terminal. Crypto. Okay, firewall router name we need to change, right? By default, there is a no router is not changed. Enable configuration terminal. No host name. Host name I'm using as a R1. Then only it will accept. Yeah, done. Yeah, two also. Enable configuration terminal. Host name R2. Then it will accept. Then internet also. Host name is internet. So I just enable HTTP, HTTPS like telnet and telnet and SSH I enable that to verify the things. Okay. So from here, if I do a telnet, telnet to exit, telnet 102.1.1.1, 102.1.1.1 means this one. Okay, internet. Yeah. Okay. So what is the firewall cafe dot? Only the name is firewall cafe, right? Firewallcafe.com, or we can use the firewall cafe only. Firewall cafe and 123. Okay, something is wrong with the password. Secret firewall.cafe username. Secret is a firewall cafe only. Firewall cafe and firewall cafe. Something is wrong. Firewall cafe. What is that, yeah? Secret firewall cafe. SSH telnet firewall cafe. The domain name is the firewall.cafe.com and firewall cafe is the username. Privilege 16 and this is the password, right? So firewallcafe.com is the ID. Input as login local username firewall cafe privilege username firewall cafe. It should be the same, right? Yeah. So telnet firewallcafe.com and firewall cafe. Firewall cafe. Yeah, anyway, at least we are having that, we can just consider that we are having that. Okay, now if it is down, then it should become like what? Primary, right? Correct? So in this secondary, you'll get the logs also, right? What is the syncing? They're just trying to sync. Okay, admin, and the source system interface. So you'll get nothing. IPs are IP. We are not assigned IP into this, right? The during of configuration, I was not assigned IP into these interfaces, right? But if you check, you'll get the IPs automatically. Same IPs, right? 101, 102 with the same interfaces, correct? So system HA. If you check the HA, set group name is a 40 name, set mode AP, set password, whatever the password set, port number for heartbeat, port number 4 and port number 5, set override disable, set monitor port number 1, port number 2 and port number 3. Okay. So this is the way how you're going to check. Now I'm just going to reboot this. Okay, admin, uh, execute system reboot. Okay, execute factory reset. If I do this, execute reboot. So once I did this, yes, okay, the secondary will become a, it will start getting something. Okay. If you check, still the config, this is rebooting, right? If you check, the connectivity will be always like this, like this. We are able to see, right? We are able to access that 102, right? So you, as a user, you can't get any kind of issues on the during the communication. Okay, if it is restart or something happened, that firewall will become as a, this firewall become as a, what is that? This one. Yeah, so this firewall become a what? O system HA. So port number one, port number two, 14.8, config system HA, group name, mode AP, set password, set heartbeat, override disable, monitor, okay, and everything will be the same. So if you check now again, if I log in onto this firewall, admin, 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 okay. So here if you check in a HA, who is the priority? 128, right? As of now, 128. It is for a secondary, right? It was a secondary. Our primary was 130, correct? So now we are not, because it is not, started as of now, right? Primary. It is still starting. Okay. System is starting. System is starting. It will take time on 1 or 2 minutes. Then we'll get the both the things, and the primary will become a secondary, and secondary will become a primary. In during the duration of this restart or anything, you will not the, as a user will not even get a minus point second error or downtime also. Okay, their packet will be continue by this firewall. Okay, got it my point? Yeah, so that is the main beauty of the HA. Okay, where you can do HA admin admin. Okay, now if I log in, if I refresh it, we'll get the both. Okay, so now what is the 130 is what? Our secondary, and 120 is our primary. Correct? Correct now. But it should become a primary, because it should become a primary, correct? Correct now, because priority is higher. Yeah, how it will be? How it will be? No, brother. No, no need to go for the restart or anything. Preemption while using that HA configuration, the router preemption is enable disable. That the same concept is there also. Okay, if you're using as a preemption, okay, like in the both the firewall config system HA and the set override. If you check, if you check, there is a multiple option. Okay, set multiple option. Override option is you'll get here. Okay, override option. So if you check set override, what override, enable or disable. If you enable, okay, in the both the firewall, here also config system HA, okay, and set override enable. Okay, so once you did this, the primary will, the highest will be the primary and the lowest will be a secondary. No need to do the restart of your machine. Got it? So if you check this time, setting and the HA, who is primary now? 130, right? 120 is a secondary, correct? Now what? Because the requirement, because the requirement is our, just a minute. Why the heartbeat beat is not showing here? Only monitor beats are showing, right? Heartbeat interface, it must be so there. Anyway, it will not impact anything. So now the requirement, whenever you configure the HA, not only just interface type, interface numbers, even the firmware also need to be a common like a same whatever firmware I'm using here. Okay, I just in future my organization's requirement is like just firmware is firmware updated firmware is available. We just need to download and upgrade it. Okay, we are getting same thing in our mobiles also, correct? So in this time, whenever you're doing that, no, when I will do the firmware upgrade on this primary, it will not update himself as a first. First, it will send this to the secondary, and later it will upload himself. Okay, correct? Like firmware, I'm using this firmware. Okay, so all download, upgrade. Okay, confirm backup, all upgrade. It should come here. Okay, browse. Which one I'm using now? Status. If you check 7.8, right? Now I need to use someone else, some other one, other firewall. Okay, setting HA, not HA. That firmware later upload. In this upload, browse, and the browse. I have a multiple, Fortinet setup. I have some other one also 7.0. I'm using this as okay. I'm just trying to upload this invalid image file. It is asking for this one only, right? Word.qoc. I'm doing this firmware image file. Okay, so this firmware is not acceptable. So whenever you're doing okay firmware router, this firewall will send to this one first. It will upgrade him first. Later, once this firewall is upgrade him firmware upgrade is done and they started, it will start upgrading himself. Okay, clear? I don't have the firmware like really that exit firmware. Got it now? So this is active, and the same way we are having you just need to go to edit. The simple thing is just need to select as a active passive. There is no much more things into this configuration. Okay, active passive. So also this one also must be, oh sorry, I forgot to this. It will be also become a active passive. Okay, it will be also become a active passive. That's it. There is no much more. Okay, in active passive, once active is done, in the both way the same type of connect, work will be done. If I'm using as active passive, I do not have right. But in future, if you are doing active passive, you'll get it. The console of this one also. This console you'll get it. Okay, in the active passive. It is trying to send the request, but it is not happening because this other one is not active. If you want remove HA from this device, we'll just remove interface. What is the interface? Which interface is asking for? One. Okay, so like this, we just need to select the active passive and active passive only. Clear? Said no. Now this is not active passive. If you need to do active passive, you need to factory reset. We need to do. Just a minute, huh? Just a minute, please be online. Yeah, tell me now. Yes, both will be active only, but the packet will go. If this is a primary, then packet will go via the primaries only. When the primary is down, then that time only the secondary will work. Yes. Now both are. Yeah, this is active. What we have done as of now. Active passive, right? Inactive active. Yeah, so better I'm just going to do the factory reset for this one only. Okay, both the firewall, admin, admin. Let me just you know stop this video.